For the world of film, the premier event is the Academy Awards, which are awarded each winter, honoring the best in the world of film. Unless, of course, you produced a comedy. Then you pray for recognition from the Hollywood Foreign Press at the Golden Globes. With the largest award show in all of entertainment comes some controversy and speculation. This is not an isolated event in time either. The Academy has a history of some rather questionable choices in their award selection, and time has only magnified some of those horrific errors. In some cases, the error gets to be bigger and more glaring. In many film schools, the film they sit you down and force you to witness is Orson Welles' Citizen Kane. The movie is the film school equivalent to medicine. You really don't want to take part in it, but afterwards, you're just kind of better for it. Prior to the recent talent boom of the 21st century, Citizen Kane was considered the greatest film ever in many circles. It is certainly present in arguments for the greatest film of the 20th century. Rosebud. So how did the Academy bestow this masterpiece? 9 nominations were just further proof of how incredible a film Citizen Kane really was. Then the awards were given out to other nominees. Countless categories passed, with Citizen Kane being beaten out by other films, until finally Orson Welles managed to grab a writing Oscar for the film. However, that would be the lone Oscar won by a film most people say revolutionized filmmaking. How Green Was My Valley was the film the Academy chose as their best of 1941. The world was dead in the middle of World War II, so maybe everybody was a bit crazy back then. That could be the argument if this were the lone time the Academy made such a glaring mistake. But it wasn't. Another figure taught about in any school across the nation, Alfred Hitchcock. Another pioneer of filmmaking methods still used to this day. Hitchcock pumped out premium quality films in his heyday on top of the great television series he was also producing. Hitchcock did receive recognition, 5 nominations for films Rebecca, Lifeboat, Spellbound, Rear Window, and Psycho, but never the accolades of a trophy win. Never mind the misses on 1946's Notorious, 1954's Dial M for Murder, or 59's North by Northwest. Do you have vertigo yet from any of these mistakes by the Academy? Oh yeah, they forgot that one. 0 wins on 5 of what should have been 9 nominations easy. He was churning out phenomenal work and doing so at a rapid rate, yet never received the ultimate prize from the Academy. In 1968, however, the Academy, perhaps realizing they robbed Hitchcock of at least 2 or 3 Best Director Oscars, presented him with the Irving G. Thalberg Memorial Award. The acceptance is priceless.
Thank you.
The man simply deserved better and was given a consolation prize, which the Academy will tell you is an award for the entire body of work. Let's call a spade a spade. It's a, hey, you were really good those times and we kind of fucked up. So here, take this. Sorry. Although in Hitchcock's case it actually does fit. The man has quite a legacy. If you are only allowed to own films from one director, he certainly would be most people's request. The Academy ends up looking a bit silly with this award, and especially the whole entire body of work bit. Then take somebody like Martin Scorsese. The man has 7 films on the IMDb Top 250 of all time list, 3 of which are in the top 80. Goodfellas being his highest represented film, 17th. The Academy more than anything is guilty of being too caught up in a message, a landscape, and a theme each year. Too often they get caught up in the moment, trying to make a great story. Instead of just praising the best of the best, they fall guilty of trying to make a triumphant tale on their own in front of the hundreds of millions of viewers each year. And what they end up creating is personal tragedy. Yearly. In the case of actors, it can be a bit different. There's a bit of a paying dues or a hierarchy of actors who can establish a career instead of a one-hit wonder. Although, every now and again, this isn't always true. Young actors have won Oscars, but it just seems like the Academy makes you earn it. It almost seems, with actors at least, the Academy wants to make sure you're not going to take the award and pawn it. They want to make sure you'll be back or something. The difference with directors and actors is the actors seemingly always find their way. The math is just better. There are dozens of great actors for every great director. They can work more in less time. There's multiple categories for actors. Frankly, this is a good thing for the Oscars. They need to acknowledge the truly great ones. When it comes to the truly generational great actors, they do come around to it, eventually, with a bit of a glaring exception. In this video, we put the Academy on trial for their crimes against perhaps the greatest actor of his generation, Leonardo DiCaprio. We will go over the fine work of DiCaprio and try to come to a conclusion for the grand larceny performed by the Academy, perhaps even acquitting them of being wrongfully accused. Willie Discreet Media presents History on Trial, DiCaprio versus the Academy.